Today I'm going to show you how to log into your child's Google Classroom so that you can follow along with their classes and meet all of the teachers for back to school night. The first thing that you should have gotten was an email, and in the email you would have the schedule for whatever grade level your child is in. This child's schedule happens to be a sixth grader, so this is the sixth grade schedule, and it's filled out based on this specific child's classes and their schedule. So the first class that they have each day is period 1 and 2. Period 1 and 2 is a whole block. Language arts and math are in blocks, so they will be 2 periods long. So they first go to Severs in ELA. So when you're ready to go into your Google Classroom, you go to the top into the URL box and you type classroom.google.com. When you get here, make sure that on the top right-hand corner where you see a little picture, that you click it and you make sure that it's the right child. If it's on a personal account or you're on the wrong child, you won't have the classes to choose from. Once you click on the right child, it will bring you to their home screen. The home screen can also be found here in the drop-down under classes, and it will pop up all of their current classes. So again, referring to the schedule, their period 1 and 2 class is Severs ELA. So I'm looking for Severs ELA within these class choices. When I open up the class, at the top, you'll see a little camera icon, and next to it, there is a link. You click on the link, and when you click on the link, it will open up a new tab, and in that tab, it's going to show you yourself. You can join the meeting with your camera and your mic off to start, or you can keep them on. You are going to click the Join Now button when you are ready, and you'll see who's waiting already in the Google Meet. The teacher will already be there waiting for you to come join them, so you just click Join Now. Once you join the class, you'll be able to see everyone else who is partaking and be able to hear everyone. When you're done with this class and you're ready to move on to the next one, you just X out of the Google Meet and you look at your child's schedule and see where you're headed next. So you're going to follow period by period. So this student happens to have 2 periods, the first and second period, that are the same. Then they're going to move on to period 3. You are going to be following the time frame on the left-hand side. Back to school night starts at 6 o'clock. That's when you're going to be watching this video. And at 6:18 is when you're going to head to period 1. At 6:29, you're going to go to period 2. After period 2, you're going to move on to period 3, which is from 6:40 to 6:48. And this student now switches classes and goes to Ms. Stafaro in science. So you need to go back to their Google Classroom, go back to their Google Home where it's classes. So there's a picture of a home and it has all of their classes. And you're going to look for Stafaro for science. So here's Mrs. Stafaro. When you open up her Google Classroom, the same thing happens. There's an icon, and on the left-hand side, you'll see the Google Meet that you can go join. It will bring up a new tab, and again, you just click Join Now. When you're done, you X out. Make sure that you're hitting that Join Now button. If you just sit on that screen, it won't actually bring you into the Google Meet, and no one will know that you're there. Again, when period 3 is over, period 4, you're not actually going anywhere. You're going to go straight into the next period. 6th, 7th, and 8th graders all have different lunch periods, and there's just no time slot for you for their lunch periods. So you're going to skip right over lunch and go to the next period. So for this child, it's PE with Mr. Feaster. So again, you go back to your Google Classroom, go to classes, click on Mr. Feaster's class from all of the class options that your child has. So this is the very basics of just how students are able to log into their Google Classroom, find each specific class, and log in period by period. And then within their Google Classroom is where they can find their Google Meet link for each of the classes. So you are going to be doing just like the students do during the school day, but you're just following the time frames from 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock. And again, they're located right underneath the period. And that is it. So I wish you a very happy back to school night 2020.